All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Very soon we shall be starting. And our guest speaker, the host for today, Coach Manish, is already in the house. So in the next few minutes, we shall be starting. Feel free to invite your friends, and we shall be good to go.
Okay, good morning and welcome all of you. And Today is Wednesday, and let me welcome you all from different parts of the world. Good morning, good afternoon, where you come from. This is your host Manish for today, and today we are going to discuss and learn a very important topic, that is Bitcoin halving and Bitcoin accumulation. What is Bitcoin halving? What is Bitcoin? Why do we need Bitcoin? What is Bitcoin halving? Why it is so important? And what is the effect of Bitcoin halving on all the cryptocurrency world? And what is the best action that we can take today to change our future and take the maximum advantage of this wonderful event that is coming very soon? And how we can implement and execute a very wonderful strategy to accumulate Bitcoin using our wonderful robot Royal Q that helps us to automate our trading and accumulate Bitcoin with a very different strategy that we are going to learn today. So let me start the session. And if you had not invited if you cannot see your team members inside the call, so you can invite them. You can send them reminders to all your friends, all your prospects, all your team members, all the people that you want to have this knowledge and learn about Bitcoin. So let us start today's session. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. Just confirm in the chat that is my voice audible, loud and clear to you, and you are ready to start the session. If you can hear me loud and clear, just type yes in the chat. If you can hear me loud and clear and you are ready to start the session, let's just type yes. Just type yes so we can start. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, all of you, lovely audience. And I will request all of you, I will request all of you to keep participating in the chat with me, because this is going to be very interesting. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, so I can see all of you are ready and you're waiting for the session to start. And let me take you to our wonderful presentation for today, that is Bitcoin. So, what is Bitcoin? As we all know, Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency, and Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency launched in 2009 by an anonymous person named Satoshi Nakamoto. And that was the first cryptocurrency to be launched in the world, and that gave birth to a new kind of technology, that is cryptocurrency. And we can see that we have almost 23,000, more than 23,000 different cryptocurrencies at this time. But it all started with the birth of first cryptocurrency, that was Bitcoin. And Bitcoin still the number one currency and the most highly valued currency in the world. So, what is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency is a virtual currency designed to act as money and a form of payment outside the control of any one person, group, or entity. So that means this is a virtual currency. That means it can be felt only on internet. You cannot touch it, you cannot feel it, and you can hold it over internet, or you can use it as a money, just like you are using your local currency. You can buy any goods or services and pay in form of Bitcoin, and thus it's a form of payment, but it's outside the control of any one person or group or entity. That means it is decentralized in nature. No one person, no one authority has the control over it, but it is used and controlled by all the people around the world who use Bitcoin for their transactions. And thus, this removes the need for any third party involved in financial transactions. So we don't need any third party to validate or any third party to have control over our Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. So this is free from any centralized control. So it was built on blockchain, and blockchain is by date the most advanced technology and the best way to store any information. It is a digital database or a ledger. It is called a distributed ledger because it is distributed among all the nodes around the world. And this digital database is distributed among the nodes of peer-to-peer networks. That means that any new person who wants to add a transaction over blockchain, he needs to come as a node, and this node is added to the previous block, and this forms a new block, and together we connect all the blocks to form the blockchain. So this is peer-to-peer network, no third party involved, no centralized authorities involved. So this is also decentralized network. So why the first question that comes to our mind is, why do we need Bitcoin when we have a local currency? Why do we need Bitcoin? So Bitcoin was a solution to a major problem, a common problem around the world. You all agree, wherever you're coming from, we all face this common issue or common problem, that is depreciating our savings, our wealth day by day, that we call inflation. Inflation means when the value of the money that you are using, the currency that you are using, has it's losing its value day by day, and there is no logic that we put our savings in form of a currency that is losing its value in the future. So this inflation is a cause of endless money printing by the banks. Initially, banks used to have a security that was backed by gold or some other security. So that was the limit that they can print new new currency in the market according to the reserves or the security they have. But many years back, this security condition was removed, and now the banks are free to print as much new currency notes as they want. So this led to endless money printing. And when we see that the supply of currency is unlimited, the supply of new currency is unlimited, there is no limit on the total supply, and this is causing the money to lose its value, and this we call as inflation. So in order to give the world a better currency, and a currency that is free from inflation, this new currency was formed, that is Bitcoin. And how it is free from inflation? Because it has scarcity through design. It has a limited supply, so we cannot print it endlessly. We cannot generate new coins after the total supply of Bitcoin has been achieved. And that total supply is limited to 21 million Bitcoin. So not more than 21 billion Bitcoin will be generated. And this is the total supply. That means this is scarce in value, scarce in quantity. This is scarce in quantity. As we all know, there are more than 8 billion people around the world, and still only less than 5% of the world's population is invested into Bitcoin. So what will happen when almost all the people, or maybe 50% of the world's population, they want to buy Bitcoin? They will be unable to buy even one full Bitcoin, because the total availability of the Bitcoin is limited to 21 billion. So when the demand increases, when the demand is going up and the supply is constant, that means this asset is going to increase in value. This is cause of the deflationary asset. This is free from inflation. So this is the idea behind having an asset that is free from inflation, that has permissionless banking. No bank, no central authority can control it or manipulate it. And this is why we need Bitcoin. I hope you agree with this. So instead of putting our savings in form of the local currency, which is endless in supply and losing its value day by day. Why not we invest our money, our savings into a wonderful asset that is growing in value every day. So how much is the growth we will see in the coming slides, but the second question that everybody asks is how we can earn money from cryptocurrency. What are the different ways I can use to make money from this wonderful cryptocurrency industry? So there are four major ways of earning money from crypto. We call it the crypto quadrant. We call it the crypto quadrant, and this is divided into four parts. And the first activity that people started with the birth of Bitcoin was mining Bitcoin. Mining is the process involved which to help generate new coins by validating some transactions and solving some complex puzzles over internet. And this helps in generating new coins, and this is the process that you can earn a mining reward when you solve a complex problem over internet and validate the transaction and form a new block, then you earn a mining reward for this process. So this was the first activity that started from the birth of Bitcoin. And very soon, a lot of people entered into mining and they wanted to earn the mining reward. So when they earned mining reward, that reward was also given in form of Bitcoin or the cryptocurrency that they started mining. So they earned the reward in form of crypto. And the second activity people started to take interest was holding. Holding means you hold your asset for a long period of time to take the benefit and advantage of the increase or growth in value or the value appreciation. So this was the second activity. You buy or you hold crypto from for long term appreciation. So this is just like investing into any real estate or property or gold or any valuable asset to have the advantage of the price appreciation in the future. The third activity people also start taking interest was staking. Staking means you hold your and lock your crypto assets over the crypto exchanges that use your crypto asset for their own purpose, and in return they give you a fixed return, just like you put your money into fixed deposit inside your bank. Same way you can earn a fixed deposit interest from these exchanges if you have some crypto assets on them, and this is called staking. Staking cryptocurrency to generate yields like rewards or interest. But the fourth activity, which is the most popular, the most loved, and the most common and the most popular activity by among all the people involved in cryptocurrency is trading. Trading means when you buy low and sell high to take the advantage of the volatility of the market and make quick profits instead of holding for long term. You can make quick profits within few hours or few days if you know the art of trading. So trading crypto for consistent profits requires knowledge and skill that you need to learn, and that we teach every day in our crypto ambassadors platform. So these are the four activities that you can use to earn money from cryptocurrency. And the best part is the trading that we do in Royal Q using Royal Q automated crypto trading bot. And what is coming in very near future is a very wonderful and important and significant event that we call Bitcoin halving. So a lot of people still don't know about Bitcoin halving, and when they realize this and they come to know about this, then that they are so late that they regret that they missed the opportunity. Bitcoin halving is an wonderful event, a very important event when the reward for mining Bitcoin transaction is cut to half. This is a event that occurs almost after every 4 years. An halving occurs, and this after this halving, the mining reward for the people who are mining Bitcoin is cut to half, and after that, uh, the reward that they get is reduced to half what they were earning before. So this is the process by which we can limit the total supply of Bitcoin to 21 million. So let me explain it using this slide. These are all the future and the past halvings that are going to occur. Almost 32 of them, and we are still very early because we have just witnessed three Bitcoin halvings from the starting of Bitcoin. So the first halving occurred in 2012. Before that, the mining reward or the block reward people used to earn was 50 Bitcoin. Can you imagine if you were into mining Bitcoin in the initial years of Bitcoin, then you would have earned 50 sorry, you would have earned 50 Bitcoin as a mining reward for mining Bitcoin. But this was cut to half after the first halving in 2012, and it was reduced to 25 Bitcoin, and which was just half of what we used to earn before. Again, the second halving occurred in 2016, when the reward for mining Bitcoin was again reduced to 12.5. That was half of what previous in the previous era. And the last halving which we witnessed was in 2020, the 2020 halving, and this reduced the halving, this reduced the mining reward or the block reward from 12.5 Bitcoin to 6.25 Bitcoin. So still, as if you today are into mining, you can earn 6.25 Bitcoin as a block reward. But this is not going to continue very long because the next halving is approaching, and you can see 2024 halving is very near as we are into the last quarter of 2023, and this will reduce the mining reward from 6.25 to 3.125. That is again the half of what we can earn today. So 3.125 is the reward that you can earn for mining Bitcoin for the next 4 years starting from 2024, and reduced this will again be reduced to this will again be reduced to to another half after the second halving, after the fifth halving, which will be in 2028. So as you can see, this will keep on continuing till the year 2036, when the block reward will be reduced to zero. This will be reduced to zero one day in the future, and almost 100 years it will going to continue till the total supply of Bitcoin is limited to 21 million Bitcoin. So these are the upcoming Bitcoin halvings. The first halving which we are going to see very near is in 2024, just few months from now, and then the block reward will be reduced to 3.125. Then we will see 2028 halving, and in another 4 years we will see 2032 halving, and so on. So these are the future halvings that are upcoming in Bitcoin, and almost 92.5% of all the Bitcoin has already been mined. That is a big news because still we have less than 7.5 or less than 7% of the remaining Bitcoin is left to be mined, and this will be mined or generated in the next 100 years. So this means this huge figure, this huge percentage of the already mined Bitcoin, this this you can say this is the feeling of missing out. This is the fear of missing out, that almost 90 to 93% of all the Bitcoin has been mined. So this is causing us to believe that this is the scarce form of asset. This is a scarce form of asset. Only 7.5% are remaining. to be mined. After that, no more Bitcoin will be mined. So this is the end of total supply, but this is just the beginning of a growth of a very, very wonderful and very significant currency that is called Bitcoin. So now let us go and study this chart of Bitcoin. This we call Bitcoin stock to flow chart. Stock to flow chart, Bitcoin stock to flow chart is a chart that shows the journey of Bitcoin from the starting till today. So this is the journey of Bitcoin that we can see. Here are the years you can see starting from 2009, and this was the birth year. This was the birth year of Bitcoin, 2009, when it was launched. And these are the years, and we are here now. We are here in 2023. And in this side of the chart, you can see the prices that are in multiple of tens. Okay, so now let us analyze this chart from a trader's or an investor's point of view. If you don't have trading knowledge or you don't know how to study the charts, I will help you in the coming few minutes. Let us focus on the price in the first year when it was started. It was just around $0.01 per Bitcoin. $0.01 per Bitcoin in the initial years, in the first few years, and gradually it started growing up in price. And today, as we talk right now, we have a price of $35,000 per Bitcoin. This is the current price, more than $35,000. If you invest 35 or more than $35,000, you will get one Bitcoin. So this is an incredible growth. As you can see, how much is the growth till now? If someone can calculate, this may be more than 6 million% in growth. 6 million% in growth of a asset that was started just 14 years back. We all were alive 14 years back. I believe we all were alive. And somewhere around your country or your place, you must have invested into some asset 14 years back. Maybe you had opened a bank account and put some money, deposit some money in there. Maybe you have purchased some gold. Maybe you or your parents have purchased some property or land 14 years back. Can you imagine that growing 6 million% in value in just 14 years? It is not possible even to think that it is possible. It is very, very difficult to imagine that any other asset around the world can give you this return on investment when you compare it to Bitcoin. But this is true. And we even saw Bitcoin surge to $69,000 per Bitcoin. That was the previous highest price of Bitcoin just 2 years back. $69,000 was the all-time high price of Bitcoin, right? So this is the growth of Bitcoin. But now let's understand these important events that we see in form of these blue lines. You see these blue dotted lines? These are indicating the halving events. You can see, and the distance between the two is just around 4 years. In the first halving happened in the year 2012, and add 4, you see the second halving. After the 4 years, we see the second halving in 2016, and 2016 plus 4. How much is that? 2016 plus 4 was the third halving, which happened in 2020. So when is the next halving going to happen? We can all calculate easily. It will happen in the year 2024. And where are we now? We are in the last quarter of 2023. Just 1 or 2 months. We are talking in November 2023. Just 2 months are remaining for 2024. And it is expected that Bitcoin halving will happen in around April of 2024. So you can say less than 5 months or less than 6 months are remaining. So for us to prepare for this wonderful event. So we are already late. We are already late. That we will see in the next slide. What was the best time to buy Bitcoin and start accumulating Bitcoin is when the price of Bitcoin is at the lowest. The best time to buy or accumulate Bitcoin is when the price is at the lowest, and the best time to sell Bitcoin as a trader's point of view is when the price is at the highest. So let us now see in all these eras what happened before and after the halving. So let's start this journey from the first halving event. Come back from the starting of Bitcoin, from the launch of Bitcoin in 2009. Gradually people started to know about Bitcoin and the price started to surge up, and it went till this point around $10 per Bitcoin. The highest price of in the first era was called Pioneers era, and the highest price of Bitcoin that touched in this era was $10, around $10. It may be 12, it may be 15. I'm just taking a round figure. The highest price was around $10 per Bitcoin, but still it was a very high growth in price because it started below $1. So this was the highest price in first era, and after it touched the highest all-time high, it started to go down because we all know a bear market is followed by a bull market, and a bull market is also followed by a bear market. So after this bull market ended, we enter into bear market. The prices started to go. Why we see a bear market? Because at this point of the highest price, the all-time high price, all the people who had invested below this price they started to sell, because when we are in profit, what we want to do, we want to sell for our profits. So when a lot of people started selling, the price is bound to go down, and this was the first bear market. But this was just a matter of time because the first halving was approaching in the year 2012, and this halving changed the course of the market. It changed the direction of the market from going down. It started to go up. It started to go up, and it went up till it touched a new all-time high. And this time it was around $1,000 per Bitcoin. Around $1,000 per Bitcoin was the next all-time high. In the second era, we divide these eras from the line of this event, Bitcoin halving. And the second era was called speculators era because a lot of people who had earned a very good profit in the previous era, they started investing just for speculation, and they were excited to earn this high returns on in their investment. So a lot of people started buying, and they were aware now because of this halving event that this is the scarce form of asset. This has limited supply, and soon it is going to be very very scarce in availability, because a lot of new people were started to take interest in buying and holding Bitcoin. So they all want to have a hold over maximum quantity of Bitcoin before it went out of supply. So this caused the price to go high and high, and this time the all-time high was $1,000 per Bitcoin. But as soon as it touched the highest point, it has to come down again into the bear market. But after another 4 years, this again repeated the history, as we saw the second halving happen in 2016. 2016 was the second halving, and soon after this halving, the price again, which was going down, started to go up, and it touched a new all-time high somewhere around $12,000 per Bitcoin. So can you imagine a price of less than $1 per Bitcoin was now pricing at ranging at $12,000 per Bitcoin. This was the highest, the next all-time high. of Bitcoin in the third era, and this era, as we call, is a retail traders era. Why we call it a retail traders era? Because in this era, a lot of small shop owners, when you go outside market to do some shopping, you see small shop owners and retailers, they started to put a sign outside their shop that we accept Bitcoin. You can come in our shop and buy any goods or any product that you want, and you can pay instead of your local currency, you can pay in Bitcoin. We all accept Bitcoin. So this was the a birth of a new era that we call retail traders era, and this caused the awareness of Bitcoin to spread around the world, because this was spreading awareness, because a lot of new people, they came to know about this, that they can have, now we have a new currency, we have a new kind of money that is available on internet, and we can hold it or we can use it for buying anything. And retailers are now interested to accept Bitcoin as a form of payment. So this caused a lot of awareness, and a lot of people started to buy Bitcoin, and this took the price to a new all-time high as $12,000. But again, what goes up has to come down, and the bull market changed into bear market. But very soon, the next halving was approaching, as this you can see in the year 2020, the last halving that we witnessed just 3 years back. But before this halving, if you look closely, something is something has changed even before the halving. Even before the halving, we can see a surge in the prices of Bitcoin. Even 1 year before the halving, the price is started to form of pre-bull run. This we call a pre-bull run. Why this happened? Because now people had witnessed this, had this experience 2 times before, and they were preparing for the next halving. They already knew that what is going to happen after this halving. They all had an experience of two previous halvings, and now they were preparing themselves as an investor. They were buying and accumulating Bitcoin when the price was at the lowest. And when a lot of people started to buy Bitcoin even before the halving, the price is start to go up. So this is we called it an accumulation period. This we called a accumulation period. This is a very important period, and this taught all of the investors in the world that when is the best time to buy Bitcoin? When the price is at the bottom. When the price is at the bottom, this is the perfect time to buy Bitcoin. And exactly price is at the bottom 1 year before the halving. 1 year before the halving, the price is at the bottom, and almost 1 year after the halving, the price is at the highest. So again, the history repeated itself, and this time the all-time high, which was unimaginable, and till today it is the highest price of Bitcoin, that is $69,000. This happened in the year 2021, just 1 year after the last halving, the third halving. 1 year after the third halving, Bitcoin price touched a new all-time high, and this time it was higher than all the previous all-time high, around $69,000 per Bitcoin. So if you can see this pattern, this is repeating itself. And what is the most important lesson that we can learn from this this wonderful chart of the journey of Bitcoin is the best time to buy Bitcoin is when it is at the lowest point. This is the best time to buy and accumulate Bitcoin. Can you see? If you agree with this this first analysis, just type 1 in the chat. If you agree with this and you understood, when is the best time to buy and hold and accumulate Bitcoin? It is when the price is at the lowest. And when is the price at the lowest? Just 1 year before the halving, when we see a bear market. This is an golden opportunity for all the investors or all the traders that when the price is at the lowest 1 year before the halving, start accumulating as much as you can, because this is a golden opportunity you can use to change your future, because this will soon give you the same opportunity that you missed before. If you miss this first, second, or third halving, you don't want to miss the next halving, which is very near around the corner in 2024. If you miss this opportunity, you will have to wait for another 4 years. And till then, maybe the price is beyond our reach. Because every time you see Bitcoin is increasing its highest point, is increasing the all-time high, and the first all-time high was just around $10, and the next all-time high was around $1,000, and we saw the third all-time high was around $10,000, and the last all-time high we saw was around $69,000. So can you see a pattern? This is a clear uptrend in pattern. The price is not coming down. The all-time high is never coming down the previous all-time high. It is creating a much higher all-time high every time we see the bull market after 1 year of the next halving. So if this continues, what we see in the future is very clear to us. This is going to be a golden opportunity for all those people who have this knowledge, and especially those people who take action at the right time. The best time to buy Bitcoin, as we all now know, that is it is 1 year before the halving. But if you miss this 1 year before, still we have a very few days or months left. When Bitcoin price was at bottom in the previous year, we saw that Bitcoin price was at as low as $15,000. If you missed buying and holding Bitcoin when it was at $15,000 in 2022, still we are little early, because still Bitcoin has not crossed the $69,000 price. It is still available at $35,000. So the best time to buy Bitcoin was when it was at the lowest, but still we are not so late, because still Bitcoin is below the previous all-time high. You can start accumulating today and wait for this to happen again, the history to repeat itself, when Bitcoin crosses and overtakes the previous all-time high. And this time it is going to be massive, as all the experts around the world are saying. This time it is going to be massive bull run. I'm going to discuss very soon about that. But what most experts today believe is the next all-time high. The next all-time high. What can be the next all-time high? Is it going to be $70,000? It is going to be $100,000. Some people even say it is going to be $1 million per Bitcoin. Some people even say it is going to be $10 million per Bitcoin in the coming few years. But what most experts believe, they connect this chart to this line and they see that this is the next all-time high. If you can read here, it is $1 million per Bitcoin. So from $35,000, if you had an appreciation of your asset to $1 million per Bitcoin, would you lose this opportunity? Would you miss this opportunity when Bitcoin is available right now at a very little price of $35,000? If you miss this before, don't miss this time, because this time it is going to be massive. So this is what history has been repeating itself. This is the price before halving and this is the price after halving. And this happened 3 times before. And what was the best an opportunity that was given to us, but we missed, most of us missed this one in the first, before the first halving, the price was at the lowest 1 year before the halving. Again, Bitcoin gave you this opportunity 1 year before the second halving, when price was at the bottom. If you could have bought here and sold here when it was at the top, you could have made a great trading profit or a return on investment. You also, most of us miss this 3 times before, when the price was at the lowest and we cannot make it to the top. But this time, don't ever think about missing it, because this is going to be massive this time. So when is the best time to buy Bitcoin? We all see it is 1 year before the halving. And when is the best time to sell Bitcoin? When it reaches and breaks the previous record and forms a new all-time high. So this time it is going to be massive. Don't miss this time, because many experts now believe that this is the going to be a massive bull run. It just around the corner. It is just around the corner. And the people who take action today will always be the people who will earn the maximum benefit from this opportunity. The next Bitcoin halving is estimated and proposed to April 16, 2024. Maybe it happens some days before or some days after, but it is proposed in the first quarter of 2024. And one more thing we must understand and learn, and this Bitcoin has given a clear trend in the past. This we called a 4-year cycle of Bitcoin. If you don't know about this, this is a 4-year cycle of Bitcoin. 4-year cycle. Why we call it 4 years? That we all know by now that this 4-year cycle is the factor behind this 4-year cycle is the Bitcoin halving, which repeats itself in every 4 years. So out of these 4 years, what we see a clear trend. If we follow the history of Bitcoin, we see 3 years of up market is followed by 1 year of down market. 3 years of up market in the 2011 to 2013 was followed by 1 year of down market in 2014. Or you can also look at it at a different angle. 1 year of down market is followed by 3 years of up market. You can look at it this angle also. After 1 year of down market, we see 3 years of what? Of up market. So what is going to happen in the coming 2 or 3 years? This is very clear. If this continues, we see that after 2022, which was 1 year of down market, a lot of people who are in Royal Q, the early investors and traders in Royal Q, they all joined in the year 2022. Some people even joined in 2021. So now we saw that 1 year of down market we have seen in 2022. So what is going to be happening in 2023 to 2024 to 2025? We all now know that this is going to be 3 years of up market, and it has already started from 2023. The price which was the bottom price which Bitcoin touched in 2022, Bitcoin never came down to touch it again. It never went down to touch the bottom price of 2022, that was $15,000. It is still above it, and it is slowly moving and preparing itself for the next halving, when we see the bull run is going to be started. So when is the best time to buy Bitcoin? When 4 out of 4, all the factors are in our favor. And today, as we talk, all these 4 factors are in our favor. We see that still the adoption is low, because only less than 5% of the world's population is invested into Bitcoin. Rest 95% of the world population are still to enter. The second factor is when the price is low, and still it is lower than the previous all-time high. When major updates are happening, I'm going to share very soon what are the major updates happening. And before each Bitcoin halving, which we now are in an earlier phase, when Bitcoin is halving is next Bitcoin halving is approaching. So just imagine or compare what could have happened if you had invested $10,000 12 years ago in all these big companies around the world that we call the most billion-dollar companies, the top-notch companies around the world. If you had invested $10,000 in Apple, that investment could have given you $109,000 in return in the last 12 years. If you had invested $10,000 in Netflix, that could have given you $112,000 as a return. If you had invested in Nvidia, that could have grown your asset to $286,000. And if you had invested in Tesla, which is the richest company around the world, that investment could have given you a return of $720,000. But if you had invested $10,000 in Bitcoin, this could be your return on investment that you can read right now is $653 million in value. These $10,000, if you had invested in Bitcoin just 12 years before, 12 years ago. So this makes this Bitcoin as the highest performing asset of the last decade. This is incredible in growth, and no other investment, no other asset in the world has even come close to this. It has even potential to come close to this growth in value. So if you are worried that you have a small capital, you don't have at least $35,000 to invest into Bitcoin, you don't need to worry, because Bitcoin is available in the smallest unit form that we call Satoshi. And the smallest unit of Bitcoin is, you can see, 100 million Satoshis can give you one Bitcoin. So you don't need to purchase or buy one full Bitcoin. You can even start with 100 million part of Bitcoin. That is the tiniest part of Bitcoin. If you have just minimum $100 or even $50 or even $10 with you, you can still buy this small amount of Satoshi. That is the smallest unit of Bitcoin. And as I already told you, only less than 5% of the global population is invested in crypto. Rest is yet to come. So we are still early. And what big experts around the world, what they say and believe related to Bitcoin or crypto industry, you can follow these big experts because they have a lot of knowledge and experience in crypto industry. According to Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong, he says that crypto users will reach 2 to 3 billion in the next 10 years. According to Michael Saylor, he is one of the biggest investor in Bitcoin. Recently, he purchased additional 155 Bitcoin and is in multi-billion dollars profit by now. He says that Bitcoin industry will grow 100 times in the next decade with mainstream institutional adoption. What is he talking about? The mainstream institutional adoption, because till today, only the big investors that we see are corporates or big investors or big billionaires like Michael Saylor, like Elon Musk, like many other popular investors. They are investing billions and billions into Bitcoin. But what is going to happen very soon? We can see not even million, not even billion, but trillions of dollars are coming into Bitcoin. when the mainstream institutional adoption is going to happen. And the best and the biggest of all them is called BlackRock. BlackRock is the largest asset management firm around the world. It is a almost $10 trillion company, and they have recently filed for Bitcoin ETF. They have filed for Bitcoin ETF. If you don't know what is ETF, ETF stands for Exchange Traded Fund. That means these $1 trillion company, they are interested to trade their funds in Bitcoin exchanges, in Bitcoin industry, in Bitcoin asset. Not even BlackRock. Following BlackRock, many of the biggest investment or asset management firms like Fidelity, like Valkyrie, like Invesco, these are all, they have all filed for spot Bitcoin ETF. And recently 1.5 trillion asset manager Franklin Templeton has officially applied for Bitcoin spot ETF. So these ETFs are still pending to be approved, and they are expected that they must be approved uh, just around the next halving. Just before the next halving, they are expected to be approved. And what is going to happen in very near future, in the coming days, you will see that $27 trillion are coming to Bitcoin. $27 trillion are coming to Bitcoin. Just imagine what is the size of these four companies together. Out of many other companies, just four companies, they have a total turnover of $27 trillion. And if their ETF is approved, and they just decide to invest only 4% of their turnover. Just imagine if these big $1 trillion investors, they just want to use their 4% of their turnover to invest into Bitcoin, they will end up buying each and every Bitcoin around the world, because Bitcoin market cap is still only $580 billion. It is not even 1 trillion. And what is coming to Bitcoin is $27 trillion of investment. So this is a huge, a massive bull run which is around the corner. And don't even think of missing this opportunity, because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and it is just a matter of time. They are still around the corner, and you are still very much fortunate that you saw this, you heard about this knowledge at the right time before this bull run starts. So if you are still early, start accumulating Bitcoin, because all the experts around the world, they believe in this power. Starting with 9 trillion BlackRock CEO, the BlackRock CEO $9 trillion company, they predict that cryptocurrencies will surpass traditional currencies worldwide. This is going to take over all the traditional currencies, and will be very soon the largest and the most accepted currency around the world. According to statement by Fundstrat, Bitcoin could pass $200,000 price as institutionals like BlackRock move in. Can you imagine? The current price of Bitcoin is still $35,000, and they are saying that it can go as high as $200,000. Can you imagine the return on your investment? Not even them. I can give you many big experts what they are predicting and what their statement is. According to Standard Chartered Bank, one of the most prestigious bank in the world, they predict that Bitcoin price is going to be $120,000 very soon, in the year 2024, the next year, which is just 1 month away. Bitcoin is going to be $120,000. $120,000. According to according to big investor Dan Tapiero, he says that Bitcoin can hit 10 trillion market cap very soon. Now it is not even 1 million, half a trillion. Half a trillion of Bitcoin is going to be $10 trillion market cap. According to big investors like VC Trim Draper, who believes and says that Bitcoin by the year 2025, next year, 2025, the next year after the halving, it is going to touch $250,000 mark. According to Robert Kiyosaki, world's most famous author of bestseller book Rich Dad Poor Dad, he believes that Bitcoin is going to be $120,000 by the year 2024, which is just around the corner. And by the year 2025, it is going to cross $500,000 mark. So if you had not started yet, it is too late. Just start today. Don't think over it, because what these big experts are saying is very serious opportunity for all of us. According to Blockstream CEO Adam Black, Bitcoin might reach $10 million in price in the next 9 years. He's talking about the next two halvings. And remember, we have just seen three halvings right now. There are almost 30 halvings that are coming in the coming 100 years. We have just seen 3 of them, and the 4th one is very near to us. So the earlier you start, the more you will be profitable. According to Kathy Woods, she is a big investor in Bitcoin, CEO of Arkwood, and she has also filed for Bitcoin ETF. She says that the bullish case around 2030 of Bitcoin can be $1.4 million. She believes that $1 million is the will be crossed in the year 2030. But still, the bearish case of Bitcoin, when we see the bear market, will still be above $258,000. So all these big experts and all these analysis of the Bitcoin stock to flow chart, I hope they all have opened your mind and gave you a clear insight and a clear understanding what is around the corner, what is the biggest opportunity of a lifetime for all of us. And if we don't take action today, our children and their children and the next generations are going to blame us when they see that Bitcoin is above $1 million, and if they want, they cannot buy Bitcoin at the price which is available right now. So don't lose this opportunity. Don't miss, don't procrastinate, don't think twice, because this is going to change your future, because Bitcoin is growing faster than every bank and every financial company in the history. So what we need to learn right now are three important skills that if you understand and if you learn these skills, they will help you to make the best of this opportunity. The first skill and the first knowledge that you must start from today, that we all learned by now, is to buy and hold Bitcoin till it reaches the next all-time high. Buy when it is low, because still we are early. Buy today, start accumulating and start holding it till the next Bitcoin all-time high, which is going to be somewhere around $100,000 or more. But not even buy and hold. You also must learn how to multiply your Bitcoin, your small capital or small investment of Bitcoin, how to make your Bitcoin work for you and multiply itself every day. I hope you all want to learn how to use your Bitcoin, your small capital, to multiply itself every day and grow into a huge capital by the time it reaches the next all-time high. So this should be your second focus. Not even to buy and hold, but also to make it work for us. to make it work and multiply itself every day. And for that, we use Royal Q as our amazing tool that we can use to automate this trading, this multiplication. And one more thing I will help you to learn today. When you have when you have started buying, when you have started accumulating Bitcoin, and when you have already started multiplying Bitcoin, I will also help you learn how to compound this Bitcoin. Every time you make a profit, how to compound it. This compounding can grow your investment, your capital to exponential level. So let us go now to the next part of the session of today's training and go to Royal Q and learn how Royal Q helps you to use these three skills to multiply and compound and start from a small capital and turn that small capital into a huge capital even before the next all-time high. So are you excited? And if you are excited to learn, just type excited in the chat and I will take you to the next part of today's session and that we will learn in Royal Q. If you are excited, just type excited. If you want to learn these three important skills that no one has taught you, today we are going to learn together. Who's excited? Let me know who's excited. I hope by now you have all learned why we should buy and hold, and why we should accumulate Bitcoin. Start today because this is the best time to start. Even if you had started few days before, you could have bought at a price of $32,000 or $33,000 or $34,000. Today we are we can see that Bitcoin has crossed $35,000 mark. If you still keep on thinking and keep on waiting, you will see that by the next week, maybe you see that it has crossed $37,000 or $40,000 mark. So the best time to start, if you hadn't started till now, the best time to start is now. Start today, start now, and let us learn these three important skills. For that, let us go to our wonderful trading bot that we all have is Royal Q. How Royal Q helps you to accumulate Bitcoin and do it on an auto mode. So our purpose here is to, what is our purpose? First of all, what is our purpose of today's session? What we want to do is to accumulate Bitcoin. We want to accumulate crypto. So which crypto do you want to accumulate? Royal Q provides you three different markets. Can you see here? We have a USDT market, we have a BTC market, and we have a Ethereum market. And the purpose of all these market is common, that is to help you accumulate that currency, that crypto that you want to accumulate. If you want to accumulate USDT, we trade in USDT market. That we do every day. I hope you are getting your signals and you know how to trade on these signals. What you do by trading on signals, we accumulate USDT. We make a profit and increase our USDT capital inside our exchange wallet. Same way, if you want to accumulate Bitcoin, you must go to Bitcoin market and start trading there to accumulate Bitcoin. Not USDT, but we want to accumulate Bitcoin now. Same way, if you want to accumulate Ethereum, you can even go to Ethereum market and start accumulating Ethereum. Whichever out of these, whichever currency that you believe, whichever crypto that you love, it may be USDT, it may be Ethereum, but for me, the biggest and the most profitable currency is Bitcoin that I want to accumulate. So let me show you what is the difference between these two markets. If you go to USDT market, you see all the trading pairs are having one common base currency, that is USDT. That means your capital should be in form of USDT. Your capital is in form of USDT, and you want to trade for any of these currency, your cryptocurrency coins. And when you get your profit back, that will be in form of USDT only. So this is how we trade in USDT market. Either you are trading on signals or any of these trading pairs that you want to trade. Same way, when we go to BTC market, now we see we have entered into BTC market, and these are the trading pairs available, only 6 of them. But one thing is common, that the base currency has been changed to BTC. So that means we don't require a capital in form of USDT. Our capital will be in form of BTC only. So this is our capital. If this is our capital, we are going to trade on any of these pairs. Suppose we want to trade on XRP, and we want to trade on XRP using our BTC capital. What RoyalQ will do? When XRP price goes down, it will use your BTC to buy you XRP. It will give your BTC capital and buy XRP for you. It goes down again, it will go and buy XRP for you. So this way it is converting your BTC into XRP. The number of margin calls that you have opened, it is going to buy and convert all your Bitcoin into XRP. But what happens when the price of XRP goes high? It goes up and it is into profit. It will see it is in profit, and it will sell your XRP and give you back your capital, that is in form of BTC. It will sell and give you back your BTC, but it will not give you the same capital. We all know it will sell in profit, and the profit that you make will also be the profit that you earn on every sale. That profit will also be in form of BTC only. The profit will be in form of BTC, not USDT. Same way, like we trade in USDT, we earn a profit in USDT, but now as our capital is in form of BTC, we will make a profit in form of BTC only. So this will help us to accumulate Bitcoin as much as we can, because every time RoyalQ trades for us, every time it sells in profit, we are increasing our Bitcoin quantity. Every next time you have a larger quantity. And imagine if this is done on auto mode, on fully auto mode. You don't have to sit in the market. You don't have to buy and sell manually. Just start this trade and keep it running for the next 1 year, at least till Bitcoin reaches next all-time high. And this is going to continue on fully auto mode, maybe 1 time a day or 10 times a day or 5 times a day. It depends on the market, but every time it makes a profit, it is adding that profit into your BTC. Your BTC is increasing. This is the secret strategy that you can use to accumulate Bitcoin using any of these pairs. So now let us see any of these pairs, how we can give the trade settings for accumulation of Bitcoin. How we can use our small capital to accumulate Bitcoin and keep it running for the next 1 year. So you can see this chart. Can you see this chart? The price, this is the trading pair as we open just LTC, BTC. You can open any of these pairs. You can see the price is going up and coming down. It is going up and comes down. It goes up and makes a profit and comes down. It goes up and comes down. So what RoyalQ will do, whenever it comes down, it will buy, and whenever it goes up, it will sell. And whenever it sells, it will give you profit. It will give you profit, and that profit will be in form of BTC. That is the most attractive part of this trading, that we earn a profit in form of BTC, not in USDT. So let us go and create this strategy and learn what is the best setting that we can give. In order to give the setting, we go to trade setting page, and when we have arrived on this page on manually create trade settings, we see these figures that are given by Royal Q as a default setting. Don't change. You don't need to change anything here, but some things you must focus according to your capital. So first thing you note around here is starting with first buy in amount, which is now a different from what we see in USDT market. In USDT market, usually we start with $15 as a first buy in amount, but now we have, how much is the first buy? It is 0.0002 BTC. So remember, this is our first buy, 0.0002 BTC. This is the least amount that you require to start this trade, the first buy in amount, right? Then you come down, don't need to change anything. Margin call limit is recommended. Minimum you can start with 7 margin call, or you may increase it if you have a larger capital. Don't go below 7, because 7 calls will allow you to cover a good market drop in your trading, right? So 7 margin call is recommended. The whole position take profit is good, that is 1.3%. We don't want to make bigger profits here, because this is going to be a long term trade. It will keep on running on a cycle mode and give you small profits every day. Even 1% profit, 1% profit earned multiple times in a day will give you a bigger return in the long term. So the profit callback is accordingly 0.3, and buy-in callback is also good. And this is the sub position take profit callback. And as we know that sub position take profit is different from whole position, but this time it is 1.3 here for the 5th, 6th and 7th call. So all the calls will be sold in 1.3% profit. And how we accumulate our capital is where we want to go now. That is margin configuration. From here, this is the page that we can change according to our capital and risk management, right? So this page, when you come here, it's called margin configuration. This has 2 sides of the page. First side is how much drop in the market you want to cover, and what is the drop between each margin calls. The second side of the page shows the multiple buy-in ratio. That means how much quantity of your BTC capital you want to use in all these 7 margin calls. I hope you know about all these things in our basic trainings. So when you come on this page, this side of page, you will see that 3.5% is given here, or 4% is given, or maybe 4.2% or 5% is given here. But I have changed the first 4 only. I have changed the first 4 according to my decision. If you don't want to change, you can still use the default settings of these 7 margin calls. What we are doing here? We are applying our margin call drop percentages, and what market drop you want to cover. If you want to cover a bigger market drop, you can use the default settings, because these default settings, if you add up all these 7 margin call drops percentages, you will get around 47% is the total margin call drop. The total market drop cover is around 47% as given in the default settings. What is advisable for you today? Because we all see that market is going up and it is not planning to come down. Still, we want to be safe. So minimum floating loss that can be anywhere between 30% to 50%. total market drop. Anywhere you can cover 30% to 50% market drop. You can decide, you can start with 30% or maybe 40% or 47% or 50%. It is up to you how much risk you want to take. If you don't want to take big risk, uh, just apply these default settings as it is, because they will help you to cover at least 47 market drop, 47%. What I have done, I have changed the first 4 margin calls, and if you see, these are 6% market drop. If you add up these 4, and the rest I have given a 24%, 24% below, and 6% above the first 4. In the next 3, I have given 24%. So total becomes 30%. That is good for me. It may be different for you. It is up to you how much you want to cover. So 30% to 50%, you can cover at anywhere in between. So let us move to the right side of the page and see how we allocate our capital in these 7 margin calls. We all know that we have to buy in increasing order if we want to use and take benefit of a wonderful strategy that we call DCA. What is DCA? That is dollar cost averaging method. This is a wonderful strategy. And if you know about dollar cost averaging, it is only possible if you buy more. If you buy more than you bought what you bought before, if you buy more than what you bought before in increasing order, then you get the maximum benefit of this dollar cost averaging in a down market. So whenever market drops, try to buy more than what you bought before. So when you start with first buy, the first buy is one time. What this strategy is telling you, this is the default strategy. This is a default strategy. I have not changed anything here. And this strategy is called double up strategy. The number 1 strategy we are going to learn today is double up strategy. Double up means you are doubling up your investment in each margin call. So if you bought one time in the first buy, you are buying 2 times in the first margin call. When the market drops by 1%, you start with one time of what? Your first buy. Remember, our first buy was 0.0002. So it started with 0.0002. Then if the market drops by 1%, it goes and buy 2 times of our first buy. It is not capital, it is 2 times of our first buy. Again, the market drops by 1%, it goes and buy 4 times. Why 4 times? Because it has to buy double of what it bought before, according to the double up strategy. It is buying double of what it bought before. In third margin call, if the market drops by 2%, it is going to buy double of what it bought before. The double of 4 is 8 times. Again, market drops and it buys 16 times. Double of 16 is 32 and so on. So now you know this is double up strategy. We call it double up strategy. And if we buy these 7 margin calls, how much capital do we require? Just add up all these times and the total comes and multiply the total with the first buy that we use in the times of these margin calls. So let us go now to calculator and let us calculate the 7 margin calls, how much times we are buying using the double up strategy. 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16 plus 16, double of 16, that is 32. Just double up every time. 32 multiplied by 2 is 64. Double of 64 is 128. Can you see? These are the 7 margin calls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 margin calls and the total is 254 times. It is not capital, it is times of our first buy. But before we multiply this with our first buy, don't forget to add 1 in the last, because remember we started with first buy, that is 1 time. The first buy is one time that we add here. Okay. So actually the total comes to 255 times of what? Times of what? Of our first buy. And what was the first buy? If you remember, first buy was 0.0002 BTC. Because we are trading with BTC market, this was our first buy. And this is the total time we are going to buy of this first buy. So this is our capital in BTC. How much is that? 0.051 BTC. You can note it down if you are taking notes. I will give you three different strategies. And the first one we have started now is double up strategy. This is the best strategy in the world. If you want to use the dollar cost averaging advantage in your strategy, the best strategy that we learn is called double up strategy. We are buying double of what we bought in the previous call, and this will require a capital of 0.051 BTC. 0.051 BTC, but how much is it in USDT? Because you want to estimate your capital in USDT also. So let's just multiply it with the current price of BTC. Say, for example, the current price is $35,000. So you require 1,785 USDT to start this trade and buy this amount of BTC as your capital at this current price. It may be, the current price may be different. Whatever is the current price, go and buy this amount. This quantity is fixed. This may change, but this quantity of BTC required is fixed to 0.051 if you want to use the double up strategy in these 7 margin calls. So this may require somewhere around 1,800 USDT according to the capital, according to the current price today, right? $1,800 is the capital required. How much is the capital required? If you want to use the double up strategy, the capital we just calculated is 1,800 USDT. And if we go and buy Bitcoin at the current price, we will start with 0.051 BTC. Okay. So this is the first strategy that I gave to you, double up strategy. And this is the best. If you can afford it, this is the best one. But someone may say, I have less than $1,000. Give me another strategy around 1,000 or below $1,000. What can I do? Yes, you can still trade, but you have to change your strategy. Let us go now to learn the second best strategy that we can use according to a smaller capital. Someone may ask to give a strategy for $1,000, not 1,800. Someone may want to use a $1,000 capital. So if you have $1,000, just come here and change the margin call limit from 7 to 8. The first thing you need to do, increase one more margin call, because the less the quality of capital of our strategy, the more margin calls you will require, because market may drop and you want to cover the drop also. So this is the first step you do. Increase your margin call limit to 8. Now go inside your margin configuration. These are the 8 margin calls. And you can see I have from 30%, I have increased it to another 12%. I have added, and now my market call drop is 42%. Okay. So you may add 1, 2 here, or maybe 10 here. You may add 12 here or 10 here. Anything you want to add in the last margin call that you can start today, right? So now let us learn the second best strategy. I call it second best because the best remains the double up. This is second best, but still it is very, very wonderful strategy that we call Fibonacci strategy. Fibonacci is second best strategy. And how this works, how Fibonacci works, if the first margin call is 2 times, you will buy 3 times in the second margin call. You can write it down. The second margin call will be 3 times, but the third margin call will not be 4 times, it will be 5 times. How we got a 5 here? Just add up the last 2 margin calls. Add up the last 2 margin calls. 3 plus 2 give you 5 here. Again, if you want to buy fourth margin call, add up 5 and 3. These 2 margin calls and write a 8 here. The total of last 2 margin calls will be the next times you will buy in the next margin call. I hope you can see now. What will be the next margin call? It will be the total of 5 plus 8, that will be 13, and so on. This is clear now. This we called Fibonacci, a very smart strategy. We are still buying more than what we bought before, but we are not doubling up. We are buying little less than double. You can see previously we were buying 4 here, but now we buy 3 here, and we bought 8 here, but now we are buying 5 here. Still we are good because this is wonderful strategy. And if you want to calculate how much is the total capital required, just add up all these margin calls again like we did before. Again, let us add the 8 margin calls now. So starting from 2 plus 3, that is 5, 5 plus 3, that is 8. Just keep on adding last 2 times. 8 plus 5, that is 13. 13 plus 8, that is 21. What is 21 plus 13? 21 plus 13, that is 34. 34. And what is 34 plus 21? That is 55. So do we have 8 margin calls? Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are 8 margin calls. And the total comes to 140, 141. But don't forget again to add 1 in the last. This will give you 142 times of what? Of our first buy that we are going to buy. And the first buy was 0.0002. So this is your total capital using 8 margin calls in Fibonacci strategy in form of BTC. And if you want to know how much is it worth in USDT, just multiply with the whatever the current price you are getting right now. And you can see it is just around $1,000 required. So for those people who want a strategy for $1,000, Fibonacci is the best one. But if you can afford around $2,000 or $1,800, then go for double up. So these are the 2 different strategies depending on your capital. I hope this is also understood. If you have understood till here, type 1 in the chat. If you have understood till here, these 2 margin calls, if you have understood, type 1 in the chat. If you had understood, type 1. Someone is saying it is confusing. What is confusing? You can you please elaborate? What is the one thing that you find confusing? I gave you just 2 simple strategies depending on your capital. If you have $1,000 to start this Bitcoin trading, you can use Fibonacci strategy. If you have around 1,800 that you can afford, you can use double up. Okay, so I hope this is clear. And still, if you have any question, let me complete the session first, because I have one more strategy to give. Then I will take your questions, and I will try to answer everyone that have a question, right? So now we have 2 different strategy. Number 1, if we have $1,800, go for double up strategy. If we have $1,000, go for Fibonacci strategy. But someone may say I have less than $1,000, around someone may say, I have $500 to $600. Can I use these out of these two? Which strategy should I use? No, you cannot use the first and second. You can use the third strategy that we call +1. As the name says, it is simple strategy. Now let me go to some other coin and where I have saved this strategy. Let me check which is the coin. Let me give you the third strategy, that is +1's strategy. +1, as the name says, +1 is the third option. If you have less than $1,000, anywhere around $500 to $1,000, less than $1,000, you can use the third strategy that we call +1. First thing you need to do is increase the margin call limit to 10, because we are going to buy 10 margin calls right now. Okay, so 10 margin call is the limit, and go to margin configuration, and we can see these are the 10 margin calls. But I have done, in the left side of the margin call drop, I have reduced the market drop. I have reduced the market drop in the first four. Because why? Because I want the robot to go below this fourth margin call and enter into sub-bin mode quickly. I want it to trade in sub-bin mode every day, because this will allow me to earn good profits in every call individually. Every call will be bought and sold separately, not in a group, as we buy in the first four margin call that we call whole warehouse mode. So what I have done, I have reduced these percentages to around 1.5% in the first four. The total is 1.5%. And I have given another 3.5 in the fifth call, 3.5%. So that becomes 5% total. And then again 5% in the sixth call. Till here I have given 5%, and again another 5% in the sixth call. So that brings the total to 10%, and then a 10% market drop in the next four margin calls. So that means 10% above the sixth call, and in the last four calls I have given 40%, because I don't believe that market will drop more than 30% till here. If it drops 30%, I will be trading in seventh margin call. And the last three margin calls, I have given 30%. That will be for exception if the market drops more than 30%. So the total drop I have given is around 50% here. You can see 10% above and 40% below. The total drop I have covered is 50%, just to remain safe and reduce the risk. And now let's go to the second part of the page, that we want to learn how to use the +1 strategy. This is the third strategy. And why we call it third strategy? Because it is third best strategy. Remember, the best remains the double up strategy. That is the number one strategy. The best, for best results, use the best strategy. If you go for the second best or the third best, the result may not be the same as in the best one, but still these are the three different options depending on your capital, because we cannot buy more than our capital. So someone may say, I have less than $1,000, give me a strategy anywhere between $500 to $1,000 that we call +1. And as the name says, +1 means adding one more every time we buy. So if the first call is 2 times, then second call will be 3 times. +1, that is four times +1. Just keep on adding one more. So that is very simple. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and starting from there till the 10th call will be 11 times. So let us now go back to calculator and add up these 10 margin calls starting from 2. Just add one more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So these are the 10 margin calls, and the total comes to 65. Again, add 1 in the last, that is 66 times, and this is a time of our first byte, which is 0.0002. So this will require a capital of 0.0132 BTC only. And if you want to know what is the current price value of this, according to the current price, which is $35,000, so you require just around 462 USDT if you want to trade using +1. So now we have three different strategies. You can say it is $500 for +1. If you have around $500 capital, use the +1. But if you have around $1,000, don't choose +1, choose Fibonacci. And still, if you can afford $1,800, you can use the best strategy, that is double up. Remember, this is no strategy is bad here. This is good. Even +1 is good because you are buying one more than what you bought before. As long as you are buying more than what you bought before, your strategy is not poor. But how much more you are buying, that defines the effectiveness of the strategy. So we can call this is the least effective, but still it is good. But if this is good, this is better. This is better. And if this is better, this is the best one. Don't forget to choose the best one if you can afford it. Don't try to minimize or the quality of your strategy according if you can afford a better strategy. Someone may think that I have $2,000. Someone of you may say I have $2,000 to trade in Bitcoin. Why not I trade on +1 strategy and trade on 4 coins using $500 each? Why not I trade 4 coins with $500 each using the +1 strategy? You may trade 4 coins using the +1 strategy, and the capital will remain $2,000. But still, this will not be so effective. This will not give you the same result as you can have if you choose the double up strategy. So instead of trading 4 coins, what you have to take the better decision to trade on 1 coin with the best strategy instead of 2 coins or 4 coins with the poor strategy. Because the best will remain the best, and the best will give you the best results also. So as per my advice, I don't want any one of you to go below this Fibonacci. Still, if you have $2,000, you can trade on 2 coins with Fibonacci or 1 coin with double up strategy. But these two are good. These two are best and the best of 2 strategies. But still, if you cannot afford more than $400 or $500, you can choose the +1. That is only if you cannot afford more than that. I hope this is clear. So this is the strategy. Starting from 2 times, you can buy 11 times in these 10 margin calls. And I gave you 3 different options. The first one is $1,800 using the double up. Second, if you have $1,000, you can choose the Fibonacci strategy. And someone may say, I have $500. You can choose the +1 strategy. And if you don't have $500, someone may say, I have $300 or $250. What you can do, one more thing, reduce these margin calls again back to 7. Put a line here and buy only 7 times till here, starting from 2 till 8. So what you can do, if you trade on 7 margin calls using the least effective strategy, that is the +1, let us calculate again. 2 + 3 and 4 and 5 + 6 + 7 + 8. So just trade on these 7 margin calls, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I will not advise to go below 7 because that will not allow you to cover the minimum floating loss of 30%, the market drop of 30%. Don't go below 7. That is the least advisable, least number of calls you can take. But still, if you have added the 7 margin calls using the +1 strategy, you come to 35 times as a total and add one more. That is the first buy. Now multiply this to 0.0002. That is the first buy, 002. So you will have a total capital required is 0.0072. And let us calculate at the current price, you will only require 250 USDT. So this was the fourth option. If you have less than $500, someone may say I have $300 or $250. Just start with 7 margin call, choose the double +1 strategy, and you can trade using $250 as your capital. So I hope I have given all the different options. And when you save this strategy, come back to this page and save it. Come back again to the previous page. So this is how you multiply your Bitcoin using these Bitcoin accumulation strategies depending on your capital. So I have given you 2 different lessons. In the first part, I gave you why you must start accumulating today to change your future. Second, I have given you how to multiply using these 3 or 4 different strategies according to your capital. And now the third part, I just as I promised initially, that I will also help you to compound your small capital into a huge capital. If you know how to compound is the 8th wonder of the world, as most people say, and compounding will give you exponential results. How do we compound? Compounding means you are not using your profit to take out and withdraw in your bank account. You are reinvesting your profit inside the same trade and using it to increase the size of your capital. So how do we compound? There is a little button here. You can come here and click on this strategy mode. Before you click the start button, click on this strategy mode. As we see in the USDT market, usually we use this as a whole warehouse mode when we trade on signals for the first 4 margin calls. And when we open more margin calls, we shift it to sub-bin mode, real-time settlement. That will allow our robot to give the profit inside our revenue details, and we can withdraw it, or either we can use it for different trades. So this is how we use in USDT market. But what we do here is we change it to sub-bin mode. That is the middle one. This will help us to compound our profit and use it inside the trade. What will happen now? The profit, every time you make a profit, it will be added back to our capital, and this will increase our capital to a huge capital, because we are now not using our profit to withdraw and use it in some other trade, but we are investing and reinvesting back to the same BTC trading, back to the same trade. And this will keep on adding and increasing our capital exponentially. It will keep on adding. It will not be reflected in your revenue details. You will not see your profit. It will keep on trading. It will sell in profit, but it will not display in revenue details. For that, what you can do, you can go to this button. This one, where we check the transaction record. It will show you every time it buys and sells, and it sells, and it will show you the profit also here. So don't worry about that. The profit remains in your own exchange along with your capital. But what we are doing using this sorry, Using this sub-bin mode, we are compounding our capital. Compounding our capital. So this will add the profit to our capital and give you a bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger capital every time you make a profit. So this is called compounding, and just confirm. And now we are good to start. Just click on the start button, and now we can start accumulating and compounding Bitcoin in this trade, right? So we see that we have all these trading pairs here. You can choose any of these pairs. That doesn't matter which coin you want to trade, because we are trading, remember, we are trading for long term. We are not trading for one shot. And if you miss this, let me take you back to the setting. If you miss an important part, when you go to trade setting, don't forget to click on cycle mode. This should be in cycle mode. Okay, because what we do in USDT market, usually we use one shot as our strategy. In one shot, we don't want to buy again the same coin once it is sold. But what we do here, we change it to cycle, because this will allow this trade to run on full auto mode. It will keep on running till we stop it and change it back to one shot. It will keep on buying and selling, buying and selling in cycle mode. Cycle mode. Okay. So this is the last thing you need to learn. And I hope I have given you a clear understanding. And still, if you have any questions to ask, you are free to ask now. We are at the end of the session. I can take another few minutes to answer your questions. So let me check any of your questions. If you have any confusion, you can ask here before you go. Okay, someone is asking, please, what setting to use if I have less than 1,000? I just gave you the third strategy, that is +1. You only require $500. So if you have less than 1,000, you can choose +1 strategy. Using 10 margin calls, you are good to go. Okay, someone is asking, can anyone with 500 use this strategy? Yes, just now I gave you all the options. How to buy BTC from Binance? That is very simple. Just go to your Binance and go to trade option. And when you go to trade, you trade USDT with BTC. Just buy BTC, whatever capital is required according to your strategy. I gave you 3 different strategies, and the capital required remains the same. And when you know how much capital you require, in how much BTC you require as a capital, just go and buy that amount of that quantity of BTC according to your strategy. Just buy and in at the current price, and you will get the quantity when you sell, when you use your USDT. So this is the best way, easiest way. Or another way you can, I can suggest, just go and instead of using trade option, go to convert option. You can also use convert option. Convert your USDT into BTC. And using convert option, you can also convert any other asset that you have. Suppose you have XRP or LTC or any Ethereum or any BNB or any other coin, any other coin that you don't want to trade anymore, that you are not trading, you can convert all these coins to BTC if you want to have a certain amount of capital. Just go and convert them, but only convert when you know what you are doing. If you are not in loss and you are in profit, you can use the coins that you don't want to trade to convert them to BTC. Otherwise, if you are trading on these coins, don't convert them. That will stop the trade and give you a abnormal operation, right? So you can use either of these 2 methods. I just answered you. I don't know if you can help me set up 10 USDT for BTC because I'm new here and I would like it can be added to your WhatsApp group. So I don't add uh, other people to my WhatsApp group because my WhatsApp group is for my team only. And I believe you have a good upline and a good leader to guide you. If you want any help, you can contact your mentor, your leader, your upline, or you can contact any leader that you know in Crypto Ambassadors group. They may be going to help you, right? What we do here is we provide you all the different trainings every day. Every day, if you are new, you just start learning from today. Just attend all our trainings. We do it every day, and every day we give different knowledge to you, because you cannot learn everything in one day. If you are new, you cannot learn everything in one day. You need to come back every day and attend these trainings to learn each and everything that is required for your royal queue. Can you trade both USDT pairs and BTC pair in the same exchange? Yes, you can trade, but the coins should be different. Exchange may be same, but the coins should be different, because exchange doesn't matter. The only limitation is through by royal queue, that royal queue doesn't allows you to trade on any coin in two different markets. Suppose you are trading on LTC and you're trading in BTC with BTC as your capital in BTC market. So you are trading on these two coins, LTC and BTC. So you cannot trade on these two coins in USDT market. Either you can trade on BTC in BTC market, or you can trade on BTC in USDT market. Okay, I hope you got this. So if you are trading in BTC in USDT market using USDT, you have to stop that trade and then open a trade in BTC, any of these coins in BTC market. Otherwise, you cannot open. No, you don't need second exchange. But if you want to trade on on one coin in two different markets, the only solution is you open another royal queue. You buy one more by royal queue, and then you can trade on the both royal queues in different markets. You can trade in BTC market also and USDT market, the same coin, but in two different royal. But exchange, you only require one exchange. You can bind both the exchanges with both the royal queue if you want. How to buy BTC from Binance? I just gave you the answer. When do I stop the cycle? When you see that the market is already reached a new all-time high, or whenever you decide that you want to sell BTC, just change the cycle to one shot, and it will keep on running the trade. But once it sells all the margin calls, including the first four margin calls, then it will not buy again as in cycle. So it will give you back your BTC once it is in profit, and all the BTC that you have collected and accumulated are your own capital. Then you can stop the trade, and after you have converted back to BTC, once it is stopped, then you can go and sell your BTC in USDT if you want. Thank you so much for education. Thank you so much for your appreciation. When you put on cycle, how do you let me check. How do you stop it? I just told you that cycle can be changed to one shot anytime. And once you change to one shot, it will not buy again once it has completed the full cycle. Do we have a recording of this session? Yes, this is being recorded, and this is running live on YouTube. I believe this is running live on YouTube, and you can go to Crypto Ambassadors YouTube channel, subscribe it, and go to the live section, and you will find this recording uploaded there. And also the previous all the previous trainings also you will find in the live section. Can I use my capital in USDT and convert it into BTC? Yes, you need USDT initially, then you can convert it to BTC. Then once you have the quantity that is required for the strategy, then you can start the trade. I don't know if you can help this. I have answered. If your strategy mode is not in sub-bin mode, and it refuses to change when you are in trade, how will you do? For this, you have to be careful, because if you are trading on first four margin calls, then after you add the fifth margin call, or one more margin call, then you can change before it buys the fifth call. You cannot change the from whole warehouse mode to sub-bin mode or sub-bin real time once it has bought the fifth margin call. So this should be clear. You can only change the strategy mode once it is less than 5 margin calls. It has bought less than 5. Means when it is in whole warehouse mode, you can change it anytime to sub-bin. For that, you just pause the trade. What you can do, instead of taking risk, just go and click on pause the trade. It will stop the strategy. Then go to trade settings and increase the margin call from 4 to 5 or 4 to 7, whatever you want. Then go back and change the strategy mode from whole warehouse mode to sub-bin mode. So this is done. Then in the last, go and start the trade again. It will keep on running. Okay. Thank you for replying. Okay, someone is saying, good morning, my leader. If I am on strategy and I want to add more capital, is it better to increase the margin call or increase the figures, the quality in each call? Both things are important, but if you have already covered more than 30% market drop, then you don't need to add more margin calls if it is running in 7 or 10 margin calls. So you can just change the strategy figures. If initially you start with +1 strategy, you can anytime change the figures to Fibonacci. Then also you can change to double up strategy. It will apply these changes in from the next action that it takes. So you don't need to worry about that. If you have more capital, you can add it in two ways. Either you can increase the times it is buying. If you are trading, suppose in +1 strategy, you can change it to Fibonacci strategy. Suppose you don't, if you are already trading in double up or Fibonacci, you don't want to change the times of the buy. What you can do, you can increase the first buy in amount. That is another way to add more capital. From that point, when you change, the next margin call will be bought in times of the first buy. So if you have more capital, you want to add it in BTC market, you can change the first buy that was 0.0002. Maybe you can change it to 0003 or 0005. You have to calculate that how many times you are buying and how much you can afford. So it is simple formula. Add up the total times you are buying. Suppose you are buying 142 times in Fibonacci. Divide it with the capital you have in BTC, and whatever the figure comes, that should be your first buy. So you can have a larger first buy to increase your capital in BTC market. I hope I have answered your question, Mr. Patrick. Okay, Abe, Abe saying, are you saying the minimum amount to accumulate BT should be 250? Yes, according to all these strategies, that the minimum you can start with $250. Still, if you have less than 250, it may be risky. If you want to start with 100 or 150 or 200, then the only thing you can do is reduce one more margin call. You can trade on 4 margin call or 5 margin call, but that will be risky because you cannot cover at least 30% market drop. So that will be risking your capital. Just you need to be prepared. What happens if you have covered just 10 or 15% market drop in 4 margin calls and the market drops to 30% or more? Then you will be in floating loss for a long time and your trading will be stuck. So I don't want you to be stuck in trading. I want that your trading should be running and giving you profit every day. So that is advisable to open at least 7 margin calls. Don't go below 7, and take at least 30% market drop. So that is advisable. Okay, someone is asking, does this mean that bull run is going to happen in by only not USDT? So we prepare for this now. Yes, when bull run starts, all the coins in the market will tend to go up, and Bitcoin is going to touch a new all-time high, and you may see that all the different coins are going up. So it doesn't matter which coin you are trading, maybe in USDT market or even in BTC market, any coin that you are trading will be going in profit, and that will be selling very soon. So bull run means for all the market, not only for BTC. And we have experienced that when BTC price goes up, all the other market they try to overreact, and they even go higher than what BTC has gone up. Please, are there losses when trading with Royal Q? Yes, I can guarantee you this very clearly, that there is no loss in Royal Q. Whichever market you are trading, there is no loss, because Royal Q doesn't sell on loss. Royal Q only sells in profit. Even if you have just taken 1% or 1.1% profit, it will only sell your trade in whenever it is in profit. It will not sell in loss. So you don't need to worry about losses in Royal Q. And one more thing, Royal Q is trading in spot market. So you can be very sure that you will not never liquidate your asset, because spot market is the safest market. We are not trading on futures or different markets where we have risk. So this is the safest platform, Royal Q, that is free from losses. It only trades in profit. Someone is asking, can I access this teaching on YouTube? Yes, this is running live on YouTube, and it will be uploaded on Crypto Ambassadors YouTube channel. Just go and search Crypto Ambassadors. If you don't have this link, you can just go and search Crypto Ambassador, and you will see this training and all the previous trainings there in the live section. So I hope I have answered all of your questions, and now we are good to go to call it a day. Or someone has anything to ask? Someone is just put up a question. Thanks for teaching us. Why do we need to trade in BTC this time and not USDT? See, let me make it clear for all of you. I'm not asking you to ignore USDT market and come to BTC market. This is an additional way of trading that you can utilize if you can afford it. This is not a replacement of USDT market. USDT market still remains the best. There is no replacement to USDT market, because USDT market is very much aggressive than BTC or Ethereum market. It will give you higher profits. The only difference is your purpose. If your purpose is to accumulate USDT, then go to trade in USDT market. But if your purpose is to accumulate BTC, you can trade in BTC market also. This is an additional and extended version of your trading. This is not a replacement. This is not an alternative to USDT market. If you are already trading, if you are new, just start trading in USDT market. And if you don't know much about trading, just follow the signals that we provide in Crypto Ambassadors group. Just follow that signals, and these signals are given for USDT market only. Just follow these signals, trade in USDT market. Then if you have accumulated certain amount of capital you want to use in a second market, then you can open a second trade in BTC market. So this is not an alternative or a replacement. This is an additional way of accumulating BTC, because we know if you are just trading in USDT market, what you are doing is you are just accumulating USDT. And if you know if you don't know, let me tell you that USDT is a stable coin. It will always remain equivalent to $1. So whatever the price of dollar is today or 1 year after, it will not go high in price. It will remain the same. That's why we call it a stable coin. So there is no benefit if you are accumulating a currency that is stable in value, that is not going high. Even if Bitcoin goes from 35,000, it reaches to $1 million, it will still remain the same. So instead of accumulating your capital in form of USDT, it is always better than you accumulate your capital in form of BTC or any other crypto that is going high in value. That is a volatile coin. So there are two kinds of cryptocurrency. One is a stable currency and one is a volatile currency. If you want to trade for bigger profits, you can trade in USDT market. That will give you more higher profits. Why? Because one out of the two trading coins is stable. So one is fixed in value, another is volatile. When you are trading in BTC market, you are trading on a volatile coin using another volatile coin. So both the coins are volatile. So that means even if you are in floating loss, you are still accumulating the other coin. Suppose I am trading XRP oblique BTC. Either way, if I am in profit, I am accumulating BTC. Or another way, if I am in loss, if I am in floating loss, not in actual loss, what I have done, I have accumulated XRP. And when bull run start and Bitcoin price goes to a new all-time high, you will also see that XRP along with all the other altcoins will go high in price. So whatever coins you accumulate in the BTC market, both sides give you profit. There is no loss in either of the sides. Both sides are good for me. Even if I have accumulated XRP and given all my BTC to accumulate XRP, still when XRP goes into profit, it will sell and give me back my BTC, and that time BTC will be in very high price. So you are accumulating both of the volatile coins. Whereas in USDT market, if you sell your BTC and get back your USDT, you are back to a stable coin. So this is the difference. This is the difference between the two markets, and it is not an alternative or a replacement of USDT, because USDT market is much more aggressive and highly volatile. You can earn big profits in USDT market if you know how to trade. But our purpose is different here. We don't want to earn daily profits in BTC market. We want to accumulate BTC for future. Our purpose is to accumulate, not to trade and earn profits. We want to accumulate as much BTC as we can for another 1 year. And when we want to sell, we have a larger quantity. Suppose you start with 0.051 BTC and you start trading in double up strategy and keep this train running for another 1 year. So by the time you want to sell, you will see that your capital is grown exponentially if you have also compounded it using the sub-bin mode. That will give you a very high result. So you have accumulated a lot of BTC by then, because your profit will be also been added to your capital in form of BTC. So that time you will be the happiest person. Then you can sell all your BTC to USDT and withdraw it if you want. So I hope I have answered all your questions. And someone is asking for my YouTube handle. My YouTube is by name of Manish Polla, that you can search on YouTube. But my native language is Hindi. That is not in English or any other local language. This is I have used my videos in Hindi language. I don't know if you can understand. If you can understand, you can go and visit my YouTube channel, right? So let us close this session now. It is also over time. So let us close now, and let us meet again in our next training. And if you want to if you want to if you want to if you want to watch this training again, one thing you can do, you can go to Crypto Ambassador YouTube channel. This will be uploaded in the live section. Go and watch it again, and also you can share it with your friends, your prospects, whom you want to bring into Royal Q in your team, and also for your existing team members. And the next time you want to watch this session live, so come again next Wednesday. I will be available every Wednesday, same time, same place, same day. Every Wednesday, we repeat this training for all the newcomers and all the old leaders also. Thank you so much. Till then, happy trading to all of you, and happy Bitcoin accumulation, and happy uh, trading to all of you. So see you tomorrow. See you next training.